G'day everyone, Lucas here from Aussie Gamers Express, and today I am taking a look at these things. This is Edifier's new gaming headset, and it arrived in the mail today, and I'm really keen to have a look at what's inside. Before we crack into this one though, let's have a look at what it says on the box, what you're actually getting. Right, so on the front here it says G4 7.1 multi-channel gaming headphones. This headphone use USB plug. Not the greatest grammar I've ever heard of. Right, on the back here, EN features, English features, I guess. It says here, vibrating effects for complete immersion in the game world. I've never seen a pair of headphones with vibration in it before. I'm pretty impressed. Let's keep reading. Built-in sound card and virtual 7.1 sound channels that allows for personalized sound mode. Woven metal mesh design and LED effects on headphones will inspire the best of gamers. Of course, considering the person wearing it can't actually see the lights. Retractable microphone with flexible mic boom. Flexible. Note, headset compatible with PS4, Mac, desktop, and laptop. Sorry Xbox One people, sorry Nintendo Switch people, you're no good. You know what, I'm going to put that to the test. I'm going to try it on an Xbox One and see if it works. Okay, time to open these up. What I'm really happy about is Edifier has finally realised that some unboxers like me really suck at opening boxes. This has a little tab. How good is that? A little tab there to help you open the sticky parts. You don't have to use a knife and cut yourself, because people like me, well, the court order says I'm not allowed to touch sharp things. I'm just kidding. There's no court order. It expired. Ooh, instructions. Who's excited? Let's go through. No. Smell test. There's definitely the use of some form of plastic. Oh, isn't that pretty? No, it's just internals of a box. All right, that's what it looks like in the box there. Now, not the most extravagant box that I've ever seen, but whoever uses the box beyond the day they bought the bloody thing. All right, so I've gotten the headphones out of this. There is nothing else. Discard this. And the actual box, nothing inside. No tricks up these sleeves. There's just the headphones here. So here we go. This is the 2.5 meter cable that comes with it. It's not braided, but it's got a nice rubbery finish and just a USB connector. All right. So wow, these are a lot smaller than I thought they would be, and they're quite light. Looks nice. It's a bit of a crunching sound. I don't know, that may wear in. Let's see. All right, so it would go on this way. Whoa. All right. Let's see. Yeah, it's got adjustments on both sides. So let's adjust it a little bit, because my head's a little bit bigger than the average skull. How's it look? Do I look all fancy? Yeah, they don't feel like there's much pressure on the noggin at all. This is cool. All right, but we'll go into a review a little bit later. Retractable and flexible microphone, and let me turn it sideways. It's a bit stiff. I hope that loosens up through use. You need to sort of hold it. All right, let's plug it in. We'll see the lights. Now I've got it plugged into the PC now. I haven't got any music or any sound coming through it. I've literally got it plugged in just so we can check out the lights. There's a little switch on the side here that says on. Oh, you can see it a little bit. Hang on, I'll just kill the lights. There we go. There we go. You see that? I can't see the screen anymore, so I'm assuming you can see it. And the other side. Oh, I can see it on the end of the microphone too. There's a little LED on there. How cool is that? All right, there you go. So I got it plugged in, got the lights going, and it feels really comfortable on my head. I'm really interested to see how these things sound. I have tested a lot of headphones in the past, so I reckon I'm a good judge of what's good and what's not. But check it out. In the next section of this video, I'm going to tell you how my experience went with them. Alright, so I am back with the review portion of this video for the Edifier G4 gaming headphones. Now, the most intriguing feature that came with this one is on the box where it said that it had a vibration feature set into it. I was very curious to find out how that actually worked. And it was interesting to find out when I did. So let me just put the headphones on. Now what you do, there's a little switch on the cable here, which has your volume, your mute, on and off button, and it also has this vibration feature on the switch. You switch it on and off, and the difference in the sound is massive. Now the difference is quite massive to the point where with this setting turned off, I think these headphones are actually very average. However, things change for the better when you turn this puppy on. So let me show you an example of what's going inside my head with the vibration feature turned off. There you go, that's what's going on with the feature turned off. Now let's switch it on. Press start. Now the best way and the simplest way that I can explain how this vibration feature works, it's not like a vibrating motor like you would expect in like a video game controller or anything like that. It really just feels like a massive bass subwoofer on your head. That's the feeling you get. When I first tried it off, I felt like a little tickle in my ear, which I guess wasn't really a good sensation. I adjusted it a little bit and it sort of went away, and I grew to love that feature to the point where, like I said earlier, I think these are actually quite average and there's no point in using them with that feature turned off. I think if you just had enough of bass or you're just listening to something nice and quiet, you can switch them off and it's a flat sound. But if you're really listening to something with a bit of punch, maybe playing an action game or listening to some heavy music, you're definitely going to want that vibration feature on. Alright, so next up, now these things are only compatible with the PlayStation 4 and PC, and I was a little bit upset for Xbox users and Nintendo Switch users, but I decided I was going to give it a try anyway. Here's how that went. So it does plug into an Xbox One because it does have a USB connector on the console itself, but no sound comes through. They're true to their word. It's compatible with the PlayStation 4. I did try it on the PS4 and that worked fine, and I'm using them on the PC as well. That works fine. Further to that, the Nintendo Switch, there is absolutely nowhere for you to plug this into because these only have a USB connector. There's no 3.5mm headphone jack, which also means you're not going to be able to use it with smartphones or really anything with a headphone jack. Only going to be PCs and PlayStation 4. Now the headset itself, it is quite comfortable. It's nice and light. I mean, I don't really look into the weight and how many grams and all that sort of stuff with the headphones that I use because I don't really work that way. I put them on and I feel them, and these feel nice and light. They're comfortable. They feel nice on my ears. I don't get any pain across the top of my head. I find them comfortable. Now they do have adjustments on the side of these things here, as you can see, on both sides as well. The only thing is, a lot of headphones that I've used have a kind of swivel where these will turn sideways, which I guess may aid comfort on your head. Not that these aren't comfortable, but they're also really good if you can swivel them for storage. You can fold them down a little bit flat and not worry about them breaking. These don't. They have no twist in them whatsoever other than the flex of the plastic. The LEDs on the side, which I showed you earlier in the video, they're cool. I think they're funky. I don't mind them. The only thing is, main thing, when you're using them, you can't see them anyway, so they're not really that much of a hindrance or any sort of super fashion accessory, if you ask me. Now, the microphone. The microphone has an LED on the end, which is good because you can tell when you're muted. So if we pull that out, when you press the mute button, which is on the controller, that light turns off. I think I demonstrated that earlier. We don't have to turn the lights off again. The biggest complaint that I have about the design of the microphone, not necessarily how it sits, it's how it retracts. Now, it's nice that it retracts, but it's quite stiff. I don't know if it's this headset itself, it might be a little bit stiff, or if they're all like that. But if I try to push that away, it slides it off the side of my head. It's a two-hand operation where I've got to hold on to the headphone and push it up and away. Like I said, it's good that you can put it away, but I would have liked this to have been a one-hand operation. There we go. All right, so now it's time to check the quality of the microphone that's in this thing. So what I'm going to do is, well, obviously you can hear me. I'm recording off this microphone right here. But if you give me 1 second, I'm just going to switch between the two. All right, so now I'm currently using the desktop mic. And now I'm switched over to the Edifier G4's headset microphone. That's the different quality there. Now I'll just quickly switch back again to the desktop mic a couple of times and give you an example of what the difference is. Okay, so this is the desktop mic that I'm talking to you right now on, and I'm switching across to the microphone on the headset. And now I'll switch back. There we go, we're back onto the desktop mic, and now we're on the Edifier headphone. So if my fancy technique worked well with the computer there and switching the microphones across, I should successfully be recording on the G4's microphone. This is the quality that you can expect. Now, from what I've listened to it, I have done my own checks and recording tests. And from what I've heard, it is reasonable. It's very good for gaming chat when you're talking to friends playing games. Probably not something you would use for professional recordings. I don't think it's up to scratch with that, but it definitely does the job. All right, so now talking about the actual sound quality. Now, I've already sort of given you what I think about using the vibration feature, which is essentially a massive bass boost. Using the bass boost, playing games, listening to music, watching movies, these things sound amazing. They are really good. Even when I'm boosting the sound on my computer up higher than it needs to be, the clarity still remains in the sound that comes out of these. Whereas some speakers or headphones will blur a bit and get a bit distorted with the high sound, but these have got a built-in amplifier in it which also assists with not getting that distortion. So me personally, if these were going to be my daily driver, I would pretty much ignore the fact that that switch is there to turn off the vibration feature and just leave it on all the time because it sounds great. So just a quick recap on some points. It's a little bit disappointing that these only go into a computer or a PlayStation 4 with a USB connector. You can't use these with your smartphones or any other device really, because there's no 3.5mm headphone jack. The sound quality is amazing. It sounds like a very, very high-end, high-quality set of speakers inside this headphone. The microphone is very reasonable for what you'd expect to use these for. Online gaming, party chats, and all of that. So there you go. That is the end of my review here for the Edifier G4 gaming headset. If you've got any questions that I can answer, place them down in the comment section down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If I can't answer you, then I'll refer you, I guess, to Edifier themselves. If you're interested in finding out how much these are, the links in the description will help you out there, and if possible, I'll place the current pricing in there for you as well. Alright, so that is all I have time for today. So I am Lucas from Aussie Gamers Express, and until next time, I will see ya!